Okay, so welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. This is Roo. Roo has very bodged ignition wiring because the key hasn't turned up yet. Hoping it'll be today at some point, but I've got the tank on. I've got none of the instrumentation. I've already drilled out the lock. It's the only way I could get some fuel in it. So that is literally on top, holding on for dear life. It was a bit reluctant to start with. I'm still not entirely convinced over that pump, but it's going. Let's just see if he moves, shall we? This is going to be strange because as a cruiser all the pedals are a long way up. Got mirrors I can't even see out of. Clutch is quite a long way out. Found the pedals. That's in third. Try not to scare the little doggy and try not to hang my feet where sports bike pedals are. It takes some getting used to. Pedals are really high as well, but so comfortable riding the big fat boy. That's how it feels. All those skinny women can't be wrong. It's got the turning circle of the Art Royal. Let's just do that once more when I'm not shitting myself. Second. Yeah, you weren't going to let me through, were you? Oh, that's okay. I'll have to change the angle of these pegs, they're really high, but that is lovely. See, I'm quite used to a shaft drive because I rode Diversion 900 for quite a while. Oop. But I had slightly forgotten how smooth they are, or rather how smooth chains aren't. Right, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and way too slow for fifth, didn't like that. Happy with that. That's comfortable as you like. It's like riding an armchair. Oh, still in a second. Obviously I've not got none of the indicators, none of the dash on, so I don't know if I'm in neutral. Wonder if I can do it now. I'll do it later. Right, happy with that. Very happy with that. Sweet. Very sweet. Right, so I've just tagged the instrument panel on just for a look-see more than anything else, and I've got a neutral light, I've got indicators, doesn't look like the full beam. Oh, hang on, because the headlight's not on, you fucking idiot. Lights on, yeah, full beam. Job is a good one. I think the remaining light is a oil warning light. So yeah, happy with that. The only thing that slightly annoys me is your man, the previous owner's just got hold of me and told me he's found the keys about an hour after I did that. Arse. Never mind. Never mind. Fucking irritating, but never mind. Right, just going for a quick warm up before I drop the oil. I'm not sure if I've got enough to fill it now, but if I drop it now, then it's dropped. I'm also contemplating taking off some of the some of the panelling while I've got the oil out of it. Then at least I can give them a bit of a polish over the next day or two. Right, leave it doing its thing. Well, bugger me, that was a lot more awkward than it really should have been. So it's looking quite cooked. Probably the right thing to do. Well, probably, very definitely the right thing to do in terms of changing it out. Right, I'm going to leave that to drain out while I have a look at these side casings. That's a real pain to get to. It's difficult to spot, but the sump bolt is effectively behind one of the side stand bolts. So I've had to pull the side stand bolt out just to get enough space to get a spanner in there. Real pain in the arse, but hey. Right, let's get on with these side panels. Right then, so that's all the covers off, all squared away and happy. This is really jolty because the camera's running out, but we'll see. Took the covers off to get the last of the oil out of the top end of the shaft drive. I've also dropped the oil out of the shaft drive itself, out of the rear end. Just thought, in for a penny, in for a pound. If I'm doing fluids, I may as well do fluids. So that's my evening spent looking up to see what I need to put back in it, and I'll grab that tomorrow morning. If I can. I might even have a quick look now and see if I can whip out and grab some, so I'm all squared away for the morning. Other stuff I'm going to be doing, the panels I've got off are out in the sun. See if I can give those a bit of a clear off. I might try for a bit of polish this evening, but frankly I probably won't bother. For now, they'll be polished before they go back on, and we'll see how we get on. As far as priority is concerned, the only one I really need to go on, sooner rather than later, is the seal on the edge there, which actually doesn't look too bad, just so I can get the fluids back in tomorrow. Cool. Well, I'm still waiting on the ignition. I did kind of cover it earlier, but the guy, the previous owner, called me and said, "Oh, I found the key. Literally 20 minutes after I'd done that. Oh, fuck's sake. Now the one thing is, and a couple of you pointed out actually, on the ignition that's from this, on the ignition set, i.e. the ignition key, the steering lock's broken on it. The one that I'm getting as a replacement has still got an intact steering lock. So what? Nah. To do it properly, I would have got one with a steering lock on it anyway, and it would have just bugged me if I put it back on knowing that the steering lock was broken. So it's going to get a replacement with a steering lock that works. So it's kind of forced me to do the right thing more than anything else. Whew. Right, that'll do me. What have we managed to do today? We've proved it works, we've proved it rides, we've proved it starts, it stops, we've proved the clocks work. I've dumped the oil. Oil was bad but not terrible, considering it's been stationary for quite so long. The shaft drive oil was fine, actually, it was all right. But it's one of those periodic maintenance things that you really should do, and frankly most people don't. It's a sealed unit. Shaft drives are very, very reliable. They don't need a lot of cocking around with. Excuse me. They don't need a lot of cocking around with, but every X thousand miles, it's one of those jobs that should get done. And frankly rarely does. I don't think I ever checked or changed the oil on my diversion, and it never made any difference at all. It always ran perfectly. So, but while I'm doing fluids, it's worthwhile investing the time doing it. Right, I'm going to grab the cover. I'm going to put those bolts back in, grab the cover, grab my bin, put it underneath, drop the bike fully onto its side, and just give it a final drain for a few minutes, and then that'll be me. Thanks very much all. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying this one. This one's rattling through. Really is rattling through. I'll probably tempt fate there and completely fuck myself over, but we'll see. Hopefully we get the ignition in and we can get it running properly rather than with my bodge wiring. and I'm convinced that the slightly spasmodic fuel pump is due to the fact that I've completely hatched the ignition wiring in a way that I really shouldn't have done, but I had to do, certainly at the time. Cool. That'll do me for now. Thanks very much all. I shall catch you later. Ta-da.